Ole Miss running back Quinshon Judkins officially entering the transfer portal. And guys, you look at his numbers in 2 seasons at Ole Miss, 2,725 rushing yards, 5 yards per carry, and 31 touchdowns. To his credit, also had 281 receiving yards, 7.6 yards per reception, and 3 receiving touchdowns as well. He is now in the transfer portal. And we talked about Lane Kiffin being this portal king, but even the king gets knocked down every now and then, as Judkins, the RB1 for Ole Miss, has hit the portal officially. Now, he's an impact player, legit RB1. This guy is a legit RB1. I think what you're seeing, though, here, guys, and I talked to some of our Ole Miss folks just before we went live, and they talked about the situation is fluid. So he could return to Ole Miss, right? The situation is fluid. And NIL, as you'd imagine, is playing a major, major role in this, because obviously playing time's not, right? Quinshon Judkins is the guaranteed RB1 at Ole Miss. But, guys, it's managing your salary cap. It's about managing what you're paying out, and you're not going to pay a ridiculous number for one player, especially, guys, when it's a running back. I think what you're seeing, too, here, guys, the running back position over the last few years, as we've seen in the NFL, it's been devalued, right? The running back position doesn't mean what it once did. I think in a situation like this with Quinshon Judkins, again, you got it, guys. Unfortunately, you have to take the professional sports mindset when looking at college football and this whole portal thing and NIL. You're not going to overpay for a running back. Running backs come and go. Running backs grow on trees. You can go get another one. Just go get another one. If you've got the offensive line especially, and you've got the offensive mind, guys, you can find a capable running back. If you're recruiting even halfway worth a damn, you've probably got somebody on your roster. I'm not saying they're all built like Quinshon Judkins, but you've probably got somebody on your roster who's ready to go. So I think you got to think about it this way. The running back position is devalued, right? Quinshon Judkins, for as good as he's been, is replaceable. And if a guy like that, even for a program like Ole Miss, who is obviously very well off when it comes to NIL, if Quinshon Judkins comes and asks for an amount that's unreasonable, you say no. You weigh a cost-benefit analysis. If it's not worth it, you say no. Now, our good friend Barrett Salee has since posted programs that, or landing spots that are possible for Quinshon Judkins. A couple of those being the Auburn Tigers, the Alabama Crimson Tide, the Clemson Tigers, and the Miami Hurricanes. Oh, by the way, Ole Miss as well. Like I mentioned, our Ole Miss folks saying it is a fluid situation. It's tied directly to NIL and what Quinshon Judkins is asking. Now, Lane Kiffin's on a boat somewhere in the middle of the ocean. I don't think he's all that concerned with Quinshon Judkins in the portal. What does it mean for Ole Miss? Guys, again, like I mentioned, is there another Quinshon Judkins on the roster? I don't know if there is. Because you look at the numbers, guys. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 1,158 yards this past season, 4.3 yards per carry, 15 rushing touchdowns. Got off to a little bit of a slow start, but certainly he's a highly valuable player. But I think Ole Miss is going to be fine. I think Ole Miss is going to be just fine for what they've done in the portal. They've got plenty of weapons on the offensive side. And if there's anybody out there that's going to go out there, and if they need to replace somebody, if there's anybody out there that can go replace and plug holes via the portal, it's a guy like Lane Kiffin. I mean, we've seen it literally all offseason. So the portal giveth, the portal taketh, and we're seeing the portal take as Quinshon Judkins is now on the market.